Hey YouTube, this is the Shubba Master here, and for a second video on YTPokemonArena. Today I have been requested 3 Pokemon by Raiai and ShadowFox828. I checked out their videos. Raiai has only one video, but it's a nice guide on EV training for all you people who don't use Pokemon Sav or anything like that. And their Shadow Fox has animated music videos, so check them out. Link is in the description, and yeah, check them out. To start with the video, sadly I hate to say it, but it's a little bit of a sad video. You have 2 very not so good Pokemon and 1 2 good Pokemon. So to start off, we have the Pokemon Taboon. Taboon is, it's nice. Like, it's got regeneration as an ability, which is reasonable, yeah. You switch out, you get 33% of your health back, so that's always a good thing. And, it also gets, insane move pool, like, absolutely crazy. You would definitely, be excited about seeing that move pool, but sadly its stats aren't great. It has good defenses, that I can give it, but sadly probably even Blissey with Evolution Stone outranks this thing, and even Kangaskhan outranks this thing because it actually has attack power, which Taboon does not. Taboon's attack power is terrible. You can use a choice between Calm Mind or something, but with only 60 base power special attack to back it up, I wouldn't really recommend that. The only time I'd ever use Calm Mind is maybe to add a little bit extra juice into it and boost your special defense, but it's really not that good. Its move pool is insane, as I said, so there's billions of possibilities. I'll throw one up on the screen now, but it's, yeah, it's okay, but I still prefer Kangaskhan, and if you didn't know me, I'm a huge Kangaskhan fan, and bulky Kangaskhan is one of my favourite Pokemon, and I still don't think it's that good. Even with regeneration, it can't do damage, and that's really the killing point on this Pokemon. So sadly, not the greatest Pokemon. The only other thing which you could possibly do with it is you can give it Clot's ability, and then use Make Friends move, which Make Friends gives your opponent the same ability. So in the end, your opponent won't be able to use an item. But that works, but yet doesn't work because it means you can't use an item too. But then again, if you were thinking of adding lefties, it doesn't really matter because you've got regeneration anyway. But if you wanted to use anything else, then it might not be viable. But yeah, it's an okay Pokemon, but sadly, it's in the wrong place right now. Once the tiers come up, I see it being UU, NU sort of thing, which is very sad, but it is. Poor Teletubby Pokemon. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. The second Pokemon is Pandora, with an emphasis on the R, because there's 2 A's. But Pandora is very interesting. It's the Bug Poison Pokemon. Excellent speed, okay attack, terrible defenses and HP, and terrible special attack. And sadly, what do we know about Pokemon which just have speed and nothing else? They're usually not that great, and this is another one. Unless they have good lead capabilities, they're not usually used. This one does have something which can save it. It gets egg moves, spikes, and toxic spikes, which you can use, but you can't have both at the same time for the fact that they're both egg moves. But there's still Pokemon outranking that. Like, go for, if you're wanting toxic spikes and spikes, just go pick Forretress because it has better defenses, or even Nattery or Tentacruel. The list is endless of better spike users, and sadly this Pokemon just doesn't fit to the standards. It's got a nice move pool of attacks, like pretty nice actually. It gets moves such as a lot of flinch moves, which is actually really good because it's fast. So you can give some nice flinch moves with Hard Roller and Rock Slide. which could be viable, a flinch hack sort of set, but it's still 30%. You're relying on hacks, which, as we know, hacks doesn't like us. It doesn't like anybody. It's evil. But yeah, you can always run that sort of set, or you can run a sword stance with X Scissor, Poison Jab, and another filler move. The list is endless because its move pool again is brilliant, but sadly it doesn't have the stats to back it up. Yeah, because it's weaker than, it's got less attack than well, I'm pretty sure it has less attack than Dugtrio. Might have around the same, but still, it's not that great, and I wouldn't recommend it at all. Unless you're using a lower tiers, or just for fun, or as a lead. If you used it as a lead, either lead Sword Stance or lead Spike Setter up, it could work. And it's just Stealth Rocks will be the end of this thing. Even any attack which is super effective is going to kill it, so yeah, you gotta question why would you really bother, sadly. I really hate saying that, but you have to think that. Now, that was suggested by Raiai, those two Pokemon. Thanks for giving me two terrible Pokemon to review, but a list moveset for Pandora is showing up now, or maybe two. And now for Shadow Fox, who wanted me to tell him about he didn't explain it, but I'm pretty sure he meant Shandira, the Chandelier Pokemon. Wow, what an overpowered Pokemon. I mean, the 145 special attack, that's better than like Alakazam and Porygon Z, and we thought those two were insane. This thing's crazy, not to mention Troll Freak decided to give it the horrid thing of giving it Shadow Tag, so anyone who likes Dreamworld abilities and has a Sav can be happy and enjoy trapping people and stuff. Wait 1 second. Okay, but yeah, it's overpowered, really. It's 80 speed, yeah, 80 speed. It's not going to be outspeeding much, but then again, with that much power on it, it doesn't really matter. You can just chuck a Choice Scarf, or trick them into thinking you have a Choice Scarf and then throw out a substitute and Calm Mind. But it's really not that great. It's really overpowered, sorry. I used to say not that great this episode. This one's overpowered. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. You don't want to get on the bad side of this thing. It's too intense for mankind. But yeah, it's definitely a Pokemon I recommend. Like, if you want to make a powerful team and you're still not too experienced, definitely go ahead with this thing, because yeah, it might give you that little extra edge in battle. But yeah, otherwise don't use it because it's just too cheap. If you're a good battler, just lay it off. There's other Pokemon which are better, and well, not better. There are other Pokemon which are more fair. And if you are going to use Shandira, don't use Shadow Tag. Seriously, I'm pretty sure. Like, don't word me for this, but there might be a Shadow Tag clause coming out. If there is, then yeah, it's. I hope it does, but seriously, just run Flash Fire. It's still a good ability. You can easily trick Heatran in and all that jazz. Fire types love throwing out fire moves. Go into a Typhlosion of some kind. Just use Flash Fire. Seriously, there's no need to make it even more cruel for your opponent. But that's just my opinion. If you want to use Shadow Tag Shandira, be my guest, but I don't really like it because I think it's too cheap. But that's just me. Yeah, this is a bit of a long video. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat. And yeah, so please comment down below and recommend any Pokemon you want me to review for my next episode. Also, please check out my channel. I do videos which I'm not uploading onto YTPokemonArena, so check it out if you want to see more. Also, please check out the two people who suggested this video, which is Raiai and Shadow Fox 828. Check them out. I watch their videos. They're cool. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. And most especially, subscribe to YouTube Pokemon Arena if you haven't, and like the video because I want good reviews, because they're necessary to keep the channel going. So please, comment, like, and subscribe. Check us out later. Bye, YouTube Pokemon Arena fans.